Hello everybody, I'm David from Martin Lynch & Sons. I've got a couple of the new Yaesu radios here that have gone under the radar a little bit, but they do have a special trick up their sleeve which we'll come on to a little bit later. The first one we're going to talk about is the FT-3165. That's this one here. It's an exceptionally rugged 2-meter radio with 65 watts output. And as I said, we'll come on to the little trick that it's got up its sleeve right at the end. We've got a forward-facing speaker, 5 watts, so nice and loud when you're out mobile, whether it's in your truck, your car, or even in your caravan. It doesn't matter. It's got a lovely forward-facing speaker there. We've got the traditional squelch. Come on to that button there right in a minute. And then we've got the TX power, so it's really easy when you're out and about just to quickly change the power, and it's got low, mid and high. Really simple, low, mid and high. That would be 5 watts, I think it's 30 watts and 65 watts. So nice and easy to change on the go. This is what these radios are all about. They're keeping it really, really simple. And they're all analog. So this is a commitment that we've had from Yaesu towards analog radios. So obviously you can probably see in the background here, we've got the digital radios which have fusion, you can GPRS, you can do lots and lots of different things. These are all just analog. And obviously they're at a different price point than the digital radios. And they are very robust. Little fan at the back. I'm just going to pull this one up so you can see. So on this one underneath and at the back we've just got the fan, we've got the port for our antenna, and then we've got one for the speaker. So if you did want to run an external speaker, you can. They come with the new standard microphone that all the new Yaesu mobiles come with. Obviously we've got the buttons on the microphone, so we can actually use those to program in our frequencies and whatnot. And then lastly on here, you've got the megahertz. If I just exit that a second, there we go. We've got the megahertz. So that will allow us to quickly skip through the frequencies to where we want to be. And then the good thing is if we press and hold that, it then takes us into a really simple menu system. There's really not a lot to it. Just the normal settings that you would expect. CTSS, tone, for instance. Squelch, and so on. So really easy to use. It really is a set up and forget type of radio, but it really packs a punch with the 65 watts output. It doesn't take up much space in the car either, so dead easy. It will fit all the older brackets that you've got for the Yaesus, for mounting. Multi-knob, obviously, to flick through your menus, and obviously to quickly change your frequencies depending on whether you're in memory mode or VFO mode. Okay, I'm going to go on to its bigger brother now, and then we're going to explain exactly what this SDX is all about. So we've got its bigger brother here, and again, this is super rugged. This is like getting a commercial radio for the price of a hobby radio, really. No fans, just pure heatsink, 85 watts this will do. It's got a few more features than its little brother here. Some of the externals have changed compared with previous Yaesus. You'll see right here on the underneath here, you'll see that that's where the microphone plug will go in. So they've really thought about that, and there's been some fantastic feedback that people have been giving Yaesu. So you imagine if you're mounting this in the car and you're mounting it up high, so above head height, then the microphone will come down, which is how you want it when you're actually using it. So it's got some little feet on there as well that you can pop on if you're going to be using it in your shack, for instance, and then the microphone will tuck out the side of the feet. The display on this, we had to turn that down because it was just too bright. It is super bright, super big, and dead easy to see what frequency you're on and what's going on. You got the volume button here, and then you've got the squelch on the bottom there, so quite traditional. And then you've got the lovely
170 degrees at 03 knots.
There you go. So we've got a signal coming in there, someone giving us the weather. Very easy to use, on and off on the front. You've got the PMG, which, as most of you will know, is one of my favourite features, especially on the little mobiles. So by pressing PMG, basically you can program up to 5 frequencies. It doesn't search, it monitors. So although it's kind of a search, it's instantly monitoring those frequencies, depending on whether we have it on auto or manual. If you have it in manual mode, you'll just see the little bars go up on the bottom here that we've got some activity. And if you have it in auto mode, it will actually skip to that, so you can actually hear what's being said or what that transmission is at that particular time. And it's dead easy to program those frequencies, just to press and hold of the PMG once you've found the frequency that you want to monitor. So one of my favorite things. We go back into VFO mode. And then we've got VFO mode or memory mode, because obviously this is programmable. It's got 200 memories that you can program in. And then you've got the menu. Now, the good thing about this one is lots of us will be used to like the 200s and the 300s. They had a quick menu, and then you could get into the main menu. Well, this has exactly the same. So if we press the menu once and you go into the quick menu, you press it once, go into the quick menu, it has 5 different settings that you can set as your favorite. So for instance, CTSS tone, you could put the your home frequency in there, DCS code, the repeater shift, because sometimes, you know, we need to change that. So you can put anything that you want from the main menu into this quick menu. Then if we press and hold it, it then takes us into the great big main menu that we're used to. So this is where you can absolutely adjust everything on the radio, from the scanning time, how long it holds on a scanning frequency, if there's any noise or if there's any transmissions going on. You can change the TX power within here, and obviously the bandwidth of your transmission. And then over here we've got a couple of quick buttons, so we can change the power very easily. So we've got 85 watts, 5 watts, 20 watts and 50 watts. So again, everything's on the front. Once you've set the inside, you can forget it. You don't need to go in there again really, especially as we've got the quick function menu as well. Now onto the little trick that it does have up its sleeve, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So this simply has digital processing. And one of the guys here, John, took it home to test, and he come in with a big smile on his face in the morning, and he couldn't believe just what a difference it actually made. At the end of this video, we're going to show that, and we're going to give you an example of a transmission, and all we're going to be doing is pressing the SDX button so it's on, and we're going to be taking it off so you can just hear the difference. For those of you that have the 710 and the Yaesu DX10, and even the 101 MP. It was always very difficult to describe what the DNR was like on those radios. It wasn't until you either come in the shop, went around a fence house, and you actually heard it for yourself. And this is very much like that. Once you can hear the difference that it makes on the ease of listening, it's quite phenomenal. And both of these radios have that feature, this new digital processing that just takes out all of that background noise, so all you're hearing is the wanted frequency. So it gives us tremendous selectivity. You know, some stations that aren't there in the first place, you may have a little bit of noise at home, but as soon as you engage that SDX, you can actually hear those stations. But we'll show you that at the very end. So there's 3 new Yaesu radios in total. This is 2 of them that we've got. We've got another one coming in January, and there'll be another video on that. Again, that's got slightly more functionality than these 2. But what we're going to do now, we're going to see if we can show you that SDX in action. So bear with while we get that set up. Okay, so we've got the antenna in the back, we've got the microphone. So let's just see how this special little trick works. Basically, we're going to have a look at the SDX, which is the digital filtering on the radios. We're going to go on and see if anybody is on 2 meters. And what I'll do, I'll press the SDX button in and out, and hopefully that'll come across on camera. Mike 0 TPT, calling CQ over.
Mike 0TBT M0TMY mobile. What a surprise! Nice to hear you there, Dave. Just on the lunch, actually. Back to you, M0TMY stroke pedestrian mobile.
Oh, what are the chances of you being on 2 meters at this time? But yeah, you're coming through lovely, and I'm on the new Yaesu, one of the new Yaesu 2 meter ones. So I'm just testing the SDX button. So I'll pass it back to you for another over, and I'll have a little listen this end, and the next time I see you, I can tell you what I thought of it. So over to you, Tony, from Mike 0TPT.
M0TMY pedestrian mobile. Okay, yep, no problem, Dave. We've got a lovely signal to send. Audio sounds very, very good. I'm just using one of the Yaesu FT-4 transceivers, handheld, and just walking into Staines at the moment, hence the slightly out of breath Tony. Okay, so let's just have a look. I'm just going around the corner here. Probably about a quarter of a mile or so away, and obviously all the buildings in the way. Anyway, back around to you, M0TPT, M0TMY stroke pedestrian mobile.
Thank you for that overall receive there, Tony. I'll let you come back in from the cold now, and I'll see you very soon. But thanks very much. Mike 0TPT now going clear.
Okay, yep, 73, take care.
Wow. That was, oh yes, it was very interesting. Hopefully that come across on the camera. You could definitely hear the difference in the tone. That was with somebody just down the road, and obviously on a little bit of a further signal is going to make a lot of difference. I'm also going to pop a little video that's been up on the YouTube for Yaesu, the official Yaesu YouTube channel, that further defines the SDX button and just what a difference that can make. When you're out portable, or you've got a little bit of noise come up where you're looking for those weak signals. So I'll put that up right at the end of the video. Thanks very much for joining me. Enjoy, and if you've got any questions, don't forget to give the team here a call.
Hopefully study and upgrade and get your license upgraded to general. That'll be really cool. And welcome to Catalina Repeater Amateur Association, Sarah. This is KD6 BWK back then.
Alrighty, thank you there, Mike. And Mike, KD6 BWK is one of our net control operators. He does a Monday morning show, does a good job of that. Thanks for welcoming Rose there, Mike, and good to hear you on this morning. Bill, KM6SMP, how you doing, Bill? What's going on?
Good morning, John and Annette. Bill, KM6SMP.
Thank you, David, and that was interesting, wasn't it? Just really like to thank you, everybody, customers especially, that very, very kindly came to our open day last Saturday. What a success. Possibly the best open day we've ever had. I don't know, I say that nearly every year, but it was incredible. Thanks to the weather as well, it's nice and sunny. Big thank you to all my staff. It really did make it just like a big party. I just love wandering around and seeing everybody talking to each other, just like the radio rallies we used to attend all the time. So that's it really for now. In fact, before I go, let's just have a quick look at me wandering around and speaking to some of the traders who were here last Saturday. Thank you very much, and see you again next year. Over to me with the walk around. So here we are again on the 32nd or 33rd hog roast. That isn't a hog roast anymore, the famous Martin Lynch and Sons open day. And just pan around here, Henry, it's only just 9 a.m. in the morning, and all this lot are our customers. Very much looking forward to another hour or two when it's completely rammed down this road. So let's come in and see what's happening in the store. The burgers and that are all being readied in a few hours for lunch. Free, by the way. We don't charge here for burgers. Do you remember that company years ago that actually charged for burgers and tea? I mean, on an open day, how mean can you get? So the coffee station, and we're raising money for Alzheimer's again, of the Alzheimer's Society charity. We do that every year. My poor mum was succumbed to that 7, 8 years ago. And they're very, very pleased to say that people are buying raffle tickets. So anyway, come in,
join in.
And do remember it's 9 a.m. on the 30th of November 2024. I very much doubt there's many other shops up and down in Staines that are as busy as this first thing in the morning. But let's go over to John at SDR Play, who's kindly come over to the shop.
Yeah, there's an element of that, yeah.
John,
Hey.
good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
You're
Martin,
on,
good to see
you're on
you.
our YouTube channel yet
Oh,
again.
that's great, and thanks, Martin, for inviting us down
That's
to
right.
support your
It's
day
a
here.
proper British manufacturer of radio products, I'm pleased to say. John, very briefly, tell us about the new one.
So we've now brought out a networked version of our RSP family. So this is an SDR radio, which is really designed for someone who's perhaps struggling with antenna space.
Yeah.
Or noise environment is getting worse and worse. So now you can set up a remote receiver all in one go. So it's a lot more than just a computer and an RSP in a box. We've actually added additional hardware and some very innovative software to allow the signals to cope with a range of different connections.
And what about setup? Because I know when I've sold over many years remote rig systems, they've always been a bit tricky. How have SDR Play addressed this problem?
The way we've addressed that, we've put a lot of effort into making it extremely bulletproof in terms of you power this thing up, and obviously if it was your own computer, you suddenly find version problems. We're making it as seamless and easy as possible.
So Gary, our technical support guy, is going to be on the phone 24/7 supporting it.
Well, as always,
Rather hope not,
as
eh?
always behind the scenes we've
Of
got,
course there is, which is why we do it.
UK-based support, which pretty much runs 24/7.
Yeah,
I
good.
mean, we have people
Good.
looking at the
Well, all I can
evenings.
say is make some more, because I gather you've run out.
Yeah, we're just amazed how popular it's been.
Well, I'm not,
already.
because it's a
And
clever piece of kit, but we are taking pre-orders on it. I think you're looking at manufacturing output about February, March time.
February
So
we'll
look at
have
the link
it.
below, and there'll be a special little deal to encourage you to place a deposit, because I know I'm certainly getting one, because my home in Devon is lovely and quiet down there, and when I'm up in London, it isn't. So I'll be remoting into my own system from there. Lovely to see you, John. Thanks for coming again once again. Right, I think we've got to have a quick word with our friends from BHI.
Great to
Graham,
be here today.
hello, and great. Thanks ever so much for the support. You've been coming to our open days for many years, haven't
many
you?
years, yeah,
Years and
yeah.
years, donkey's years.
Donkey's years,
And you
yeah.
told me earlier that, like myself, where my two boys run my business for me, your daughter's joining you there.
Yes, from 6th of January next year, my daughter Ali is joining BHI. She'll become the marketing manager to do marketing and PR. And
Great.
She's doing it in the background at the moment, but she's going to be full
I
time.
think, did I meet her at Newark?
You might have done, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, good.
So
That's-
yeah, she's coming aboard, and we're quite excited about that. And
It's lovely having family in the business.
well, it'll give me the time to do new things. We've got a lot of products we want
Yeah.
to bring out that are sat there, not quite finished.
You're going to take it a little bit easier now, because you work like a dog normally, don't you?
I'm gonna try
We're going to
and
go and have a few beers and a few lunches together, because we're...
I'm going on a 4-day week. Lots of
4-day
factories close on a Friday.
They do, yeah.
You can't get hold of anyone. So we're going to do longer hours in the week, the same amount of hours, but Fridays off.
Condensed working hours, it's called.
Cooking, yeah.
Condensed working
keep
hours.
the wife happy, you know.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Best of luck, mate,
Thank
and look
you.
forward to more
Great to be
products
here, yeah.
over the next coming
Oh,
years.
yes.
See you, Graham. All the best to you, mate. Right, I think we're going to have a quick chat with Chris, because he's very, very kindly with ICOM UK brought down the new IC 7060. Look at the amount of people here already. And as you can see, lots of space to move about and see the kit. I doubt there's a lot of stores that have got everything on display, and I'm very pleased to see lots of it being wrapped up and being taken away, which is always a bonus, isn't it? Right, come with me, Henry. Chris, tell us about your new beast. This is Chris Ridley from ICOM UK. He's been there longer than I've been here, I think, almost, but there it is.
Possibly, yes. Yeah, this is a new 7760, 200 watt HF. Sort of that'll be our top of the range HF radio.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Fully dual watch, completely independent VFOs. Separate head, just connected with
Yeah, single lead. Yeah, there you go. There it is. And powered separately.
Powered separately.
Yeah.
You can separate them up to about 100 foot or so.
How many?
About 100 foot.
100 foot, Christ, okay,
So-
very good.
And if you've got a home wired network, you could plug it into anywhere in the house.
A LAN. Yeah, okay.
But
Will they be bringing out a Wi-Fi adapter, do you think? Is that possible?
that's a possibility, or someone else.
Somebody's
might
going to
come
do it,
up
aren't
with
they?
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be quite useful.
I mean, it's a fair old, it's typical ICOM. It's very, very well engineered.
It's
and
solid.
that feels, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like plastic cheapy piece of kit. It's beautifully done.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to see that they've brought out the limited edition one, but you're actually too late because we sold them all. We sold our allocation.
Brilliant.
They all went very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But that's good. Anything else new on the horizon that you're allowed to talk about, or is that?
Nothing I know, to be honest.
He does, but he doesn't want to say anything. You see, but no, it's great. It's lovely to see it. Thank you very much for bringing it along here.
Okay,
and of course, there's the matching amplifier as well, isn't there?
Yes, it's exactly the same size.
Identical.
box. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So.
Want to give yourself a Christmas treat? Ring my boys. Chris, thank you very much for your support
problem.
as always. Right, that's it for now. It's really just a quick appraisal of what's going on here. Very, very big thank you to all my customers that come far and wide here every single year. I recognise so many faces. Oh, here again. And they often bring their wives and partners. So please come down. If you haven't come down this year, put a date in your diary for next year. It's usually at the end of November. That's it for now. Catch you later.